My job's a naval architect, so I design ships, yachts, submarines, anything that either floats or goes under the sea. From an early age, so as a 7 and 8, I was always into drawing, I was into maths, and I wanted to be an architect. And the next door neighbour who actually worked in Camel Air shipyard in Birkenhead said to me, "Why don't you be a naval architect?" Because I'd like boats. I used to always go down the docks with my granddad when I was a kid. And obviously being from the Birkenhead side of things, so there was always a shipyard, big link, a lot of the family worked there. When I decided at the sort of age of 9 or 10 that I wanted to be a naval architect, I looked into it, and the main place in the UK is Newcastle University. So I stayed on at school, 6 forms doing the A-levels. In the meantime, a company called Mactay Marine in Bromberg, who were a small shipbuilder at the time, wrote to the school and asked if anyone wanted to do an apprenticeship as a structural design draftsman. I'm doing the naval architecture on day release. So I opted to that. A lot of my friends were already working, I was back in school. So I went down that route. Unfortunately, finished my 4-year apprenticeship and got my naval architect degree. I started obviously at Mactay Marine, designing small boats, mainly tugs, small craft for the Navy, small ferries. But over my career, I've progressed, and since then I've done nuclear submarines, which is my latest project at the minute, with BA up in Cumbria. It's a project called Dreadnought. Obviously it is classified, but obviously I can tell you certain details about the project. It's the latest nuclear carrying nuclear-powered submarine called an SSBN, semi-sub ballistic nuclear, making sure that obviously they're safe, making sure they float, making sure they sink, and obviously making sure that the weapons are going to work if they're ever called into action. Hopefully they won't be, because there probably won't be many naval architects left in the world along with anyone else, as they do carry quite a large number of nuclear warheads. But they are there as a stopgap. It's preventative, it's not reactive. And hopefully they'll never actually get used in anger. I've worked on cruise ships, super yachts, all sorts of commercial ships, offshore oil and gas, a good variation to be honest. With regards to the cruise ship side of things, one of the luxuries of being a naval architect is you do get to travel. I've travelled worldwide. One alleged project I had was I had 2 weeks on a cruise ship over in America, studying how the ship operated and so on, so we could come back and design a new one for a company called Seven Seas. While we were there, we actually bumped into what was a famous basketball player. Unfortunately, I don't know his name because I just wasn't into basketball at the time. But he was on his honeymoon with his wife, and we got friendly with him over a few nights. So obviously on board the ship, we went for one of the shows and then took him to the bar one night. Unfortunately, he wasn't a very big drinker, and 3 lads from Birkenhead were a bit more alcoholic. Got him very, very drunk, and he missed 2 days of his honeymoon, much to the annoyance of his wife. I've been offered an opportunity to move back home to where it all started, back on the Wirral. Mactay Marine shut down quite a few years ago now, but Camel Air has been resurrected again. It's a lot more fast-paced, and the new projects we're working back on there now is going to be the infamous Boaty-Mac Boatface, which is actually called the David Attenborough, the new research ship for the NERC. Multi-million-pound project. Specialist vessel that not one's been built in anywhere in the world for the last 20 years. For a long time we've just did repair, conversion work. We have moved back into brand new shipbuilding now, so starting from scratch, and that's the opportunity that's going to be laid ahead of me now, hopefully.